Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about how people get involved in these really crazy healthosphere and fitness fads, things like cupping. Because again, this is one to where no rational, logical person you would think could be convinced to try this. And what people say is stuff like, oh, well, I tried it and maybe it helped with my joint pain, or the ancient Chinese people can't have it wrong. They've been doing it for thousands of years. And I mean, I want people to stop and definitely think through that second one. I mean, I'll address the pain and I'll address the problem of that you're literally damaging your body. This is going to interfere with recovery and other stuff, and it makes you look ridiculous. But let's set that aside. I mean, that other chain of logic. I want people to think that through. There's no way some ancient people got something wrong for thousands of years, assuming they've actually been doing this for whatever. I don't think they actually have. I don't think this is like an official Chinese culture thing and that all their doctors have been doing it forever and it's been endorsed by modern medicine there that's looked at it. I don't think that's the case. But, let's set that aside. I could be wrong. And here's what I'm going to say. Okay, so using that logic that some ancient people did something for centuries, so therefore it can't be wrong. So why don't you smear lead all over your face? Okay, so Lynn, let me state that again. If ancient peoples doing something for centuries from fairly advanced civilizations, like let's say ancient Egypt, right? They built the pyramids, right? They're pretty advanced civilizations, right? Then why don't you smear lead all over yours? Why don't you put tons of lead in makeup and smear the lead all over your face? They did it, and they couldn't possibly have gotten it wrong. Because ancient peoples were all highly intelligent and educated and knew tons of great things about biology and had advanced knowledge of biology, right? They can't possibly have gotten it wrong. So therefore, put lead all over your face. So the person says, well, we know that's dangerous. Well, why didn't they know it's dangerous? So again, the point is, yes, ancient peoples were obviously in many cases extremely ignorant. I'm not saying we aren't. There's going to be things in 500 years that our societies probably do that we were going to realize were ignorant and damaging. Okay, and that they were really, really stupid. And hopefully 500 years from now, people don't say, well, these people back there in North America must have got it right. We need to be eating piles of table sugar and stuff because ancient peoples can't possibly be wrong. Ancient peoples can't possibly be wrong about any sort of health or fitness thing. Nope. So again, people come up with insane things like this. It's obviously damaging your body and skin and bruising you up. Like there's no reason to think there is a single benefit to this other than damaging your body and making you look like you got attacked by an octopus. You look at data, there's no scientific data to support any benefits. There's no adaptive response to this. If we can get a certain trauma to the body, have adaptive response, certain types of exercise, different stimulus might cause some minor damages to tissues that create an adaptive response. Okay? All right? Yeah, absolutely. And we measure these things and quantify them for different sports and athleticism and gaining muscle and speed and mobility and flexibility. That's why we measure these things. We look and say, okay, let's find the dose-dependent response to this and find the stuff that works. Sure, no problem. Well, there's nothing been found there with this. It's complete nonsense. And there's no proposed pathway. I mean, that would be different if someone said, no, there's a mechanism we're looking for. Well, what mechanism are you looking for? It always falls back to one of these, well, something about draw and chi, and then it's like, okay. All right, we just went into that left field. So the cupping draws little magical fairies down. Do you see where I'm saying? And I'm not saying we shouldn't think about energy and things, but you need to be able to quantify and measure that energy. You can't just say it does this, because it clearly doesn't. It's just putting suction cups on your skin and damaging your skin and bruising you. And no, you're not getting a response deeper into the joint and the muscles. Because again, if we're going to talk about blood flow and getting blood flow to an area, you're bruising, you are breaking capillary beds, large amounts of capillary beds around the area. That's why you're getting the bruising. You do know that that reduces blood flow, right? Damaged capillaries don't flow blood very well anymore. You're literally damaging the small vasculature near the area. In what delusional world does this increase blood flow? I mean, I would get it if it was a massage, right? Massage will increase some blood flow, yeah. In fact, that's been argued that a lot of the benefits of massage are the increased blood flow and increased circulation. Seems to be most of what you're getting, okay? But this is damaging the ability for blood flow in the area. And then you're walking around looking like a complete ignoramus with 15 or 30 giant bruises on you, big old hickeys looking like an octopus attacked you. And you're also displaying to the world, I don't know anything about biology or science and I fall for stupid fads. That is literally what you're putting up there when you do this. And I've known people who get this and I'm just like, you do know that's ludicrous, right? And they're trainers and stuff. And I'm like, okay, all right, come back over to. You clearly don't understand the human body very well, or training responses or recovery, as none of that's necessary. Like this is, again, ludicrous. I live a life built around this because I'm almost 50 years old. You guys see me squatting 500 plus pounds, throwing around heavy weights, training 6 days a week. I have to really understand fatigue management. I have to really understand recovery. Like this is intrinsic to what I do as a coach and for myself. And so again, when I see people who do stuff like this, I'm like, you're not really understanding these recovery mechanisms in the body. You're really focusing in the wrong area. And if it was relaxing, I get it. Okay, let me be clear. If you have something that, even if it's a placebo, we're getting a relaxation effect, okay, that makes sense. Stress reduction, stress management. I'll go so far as to say is taking a hot bath with a pleasant song and some nice smelling candles or something around you is probably going to do a lot more for your recovery than a bunch of octopus hickeys. Because it's not comfortable, it's not relaxing, it's painful, and it's leaving bruises on you. This is not helping your fatigue management. Right? Deep relaxation, I mean, we can make a case for a deep tissue massage or a super hot bath because it relaxes you. It improves blood flow, sustained blood flow. This is good things. This is fad, stupid nonsense. Right? Stupid nonsense. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.